Hello, everyone. As you've probably noticed by now, we will not be making it to our Kickstarter goal tonight, March 31st, of $217,000. And that having been said, that's not to say we haven't achieved any significant victories in this campaign. We've actually managed to garner concessions from the slumlord, Abe Vaknin, and he's agreed to actually remodel 1231 and 6040. This is very preliminary, and we just heard about it the other day, and we have yet to get anything in writing. But based on the conversations I've had with the residents and the contractor and the property manager, there is finally a commitment, which has never happened before, on the part of the slumlord to actually do the repairs in the buildings that we have been petitioning him to do. Make no mistake, this is entirely because of the pressure that all of you have been placing on this slumlord. Every single dollar that's been pledged, every single person that's attended an event, every single person that's opened up one of our articles or one of the articles that's been published in any of the numerous news stations and periodicals that have come out recently. All of that has made it so that the slumlord has felt compelled to hear the cries of the people living in these conditions. And you have only yourselves to thank for this enormous victory in what is ultimately going to be a very long war. I thank you very much for having supported the campaign thus far. You've believed in us when it was absolutely hardest to believe in us. And those of you who've pledged have put your faith in an organization that hopefully did a lot to garner your faith, but was ultimately always going to be a bit of a risk. And so we will be putting together another campaign very soon to figure out how MWC can establish the infrastructure it needs, to raise the money it needs to raise, to fight the fights it needs to fight. But as of right now, this Kickstarter will end, and we will have to figure out a new platform and a new campaign to go on to make sure we can establish that infrastructure. The fight that we're fighting right now is a fight to make sure that everyone in this country is able to pursue the American dream. Right now, the American dream is a lie for a lot of people. And it's a lie because ultimately, most people who are born poor in the United States die poor in the United States. And that is contrary to the philosophy of that dream. My parents came to this country from Venezuela and Nicaragua, and they came in pursuit of that dream. And lo and behold, what they found was a place where some people had access to it and others did not. I want to make sure that everyone who is born or who comes to the United States is able to pursue that dream. Regardless of their race, regardless of their orientation, regardless of their class, regardless of their religion, every single person has the right to be able to access that kind of opportunity. And unfortunately, that's not the case right now. I fight this fight for my God and for my city, the city of Miami, because this is my home. And I'm obligated to fight this fight because that is what people do when they care about their home. I encourage everyone to find similar motivations, to find some kind of a motivation that takes you past those moments of fatigue, those moments of giving up, those moments of losing hope and of losing faith. Because this is hard, extremely hard. And there's no reason at any point in time. Everyone who's facing hardship in Miami can't just up and leave at any point in time to a place they believe has greener pastures. But I believe that no matter where we go, we will encounter the same problems. And so ultimately, how are we going to solve the problems that are here among us right now? And no one is ever going to be able to mount the power and the organization that they need to overcome those barriers and solve those problems until the people that live here care about the place that they live in. That's what makes the difference between successful organizations and successful movements of power and unsuccessful ones. There's a sense of pride, there's a sense of solidarity, the sense of connectedness that people feel. And I know that what I'm doing for the community is ultimately serving the people of this city and the people of this country. And I feel a strong sense of obligation to make sure that that happens. So please look out for our future campaigns. Please make sure that you support them because they will have this philosophy at heart, that the people of the city of Miami deserve so much more than what they've been given so far. Hopefully that campaign will become very clear very soon. But either way, thank you again for your tremendous support. and we hope to see you again soon.